before the money bag situation, you was running around with Flip. And
Yeah. So that wasn't me trying to. Well, I see you do your homework, Remo. That's crazy. Initially back, when I was in the streets and having money, I reached out to Flip and I brought him in and invested on a show. He came in. We had the show. It was cool. It was successful, and something. I also would see Flip in L.A. too, at this old lady house. Her name was Miss Grace. Well,
which Flip are we talking about?
Lil Flip.
Oh, Lil Flip from Texas. Okay.
And so I would see him over there. She would have the paints of syrup back in the day, old lady, and off of Century Street, and she had boxes of drink. And so one day I seen him over there, and it was a time when she had ran out, so she called me, and I turned around, and she asked me to take care of her Houston boys for her. They was in town for a show. So I looked out for him, and he told me if I ever needed him, just hit him up. He'll return to hospitality. And I think it was a situation that I had going on in the streets at that time, and I had a warrant, and I needed to move around. I reached out to him, and he told me, he was like, just go get you a ticket, pull up, and when you get here, I reimburse you. And I did, and pulled up, and ever since then, we was locked in. So, it was more so like we built a bond, like, that was my little brother, still is my little brother, so, yeah, that's how that started.
So what was the situation with y'all and T.I. though? Because I seen the picture. You was there the night they got into the fight?
Yeah.
I think T.I. chain got stolen?
Yeah, that's when he had the Pimp Squad click chain or whatever. And, we was at the house chilling, and Flip got a call from somebody that worked at the radio, and was just like, I f with you, bro. I want you to hear this from me. And T.I. was at the radio station and saying he was finna go to the Clover and parade around and look for this fake gangster. So,
And this was after he got his chain took?
No, this is what led up to it.
Oh, okay.
Game Over song out yet, or is the music out?
Game Over song out.
All right, so Game Over song out.
Yeah, so.
So this in the midst of all the beef.
Yeah, so we at the house, and I think we was getting tatted up at the time. We like, come on, let's roll.
Yeah.
So we go to the hood, and he pulled up, and I think he was with, I want to say he was with Bun B at the time.
Or T.I. pulled up.
Yeah, he pulled up, and he was like, yo, what up, man? You need to rap, homie, talking to Flip. And at that time, I think he had said something about my pops, Big West, which is Flip's dad. I love him like a father. He had said something about Big West on record. And so at the time, it wasn't really nothing to talk about or whatever. So, my partner ended up hitting T.I. in the face, and a big brawl ensued, and in the midst of it, we ended up with the chain.
Right.
Yeah.
So was there any kind of concern in terms of taking sides in this beef for you at that time? Were you concerned about being cool with both sides, or you're just like, I'm riding with Flip, so whatever?
I wasn't cool with T.I.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't cool with it at all. At the time, Flip was my little brother, and that's what it was, I was just rolling with Flip.
I mean, the popular narrative, and I actually seen that there was I think it was Art of Dialogue, there was like a clip of Lil Flip talking about this the other day and basically rejecting this idea, but like the mainstream narrative was basically that Lil Flip and T.I. were kind of like neck and neck, and then T.I. basically like just surged ahead, became this huge rapper, and kind of left Lil Flip in the dust / like destroyed his career. And Flip obviously takes issue with that narrative, but from your perspective, was that basically how it went on the ground?
I ain't gonna say he destroyed bro, because we was still moving around doing what we needed to do. We was still touring, doing shows or whatever. I think what affected it the most is because a lot of rappers at that time, for whatever reason, had an issue with Lil Bro. And when T.I. came along, he was real hot, and a lot of them took sides with T.I. From Houston. So when the general public, when the hip hop world or whatever see that, when people from your own city, rappers, your peers, siding with a dude from Atlanta, it kind of, leaves his imprint on it.
Yeah.
Has an impact or whatever, so to speak. But to answer your question, he definitely didn't destroy us. We were still moving around, did it have an impact on Lil Bro? I'd be lying if I said it didn't, because it did.
And this shit is all a popularity contest at the end of the day. So if the people start viewing you like you're the op, they got beat by the new hot rapper, I mean, that could be a tough narrative to beat.
Definitely. So, it had its impact. But one thing about Lil Bro, he a hustler. He gonna figure it out. And that's what he did.
Did you and Flip fall out at any point, or you just kind of slowly start moving around together?
As far as falling out, that's my little brother. So, we have a big argument at least once a year. And it's done been times where Big West, which is his dad, locked us in the room together.
Really?
Yeah. And, however we decide to work it out, that was between me and Flip. We never came to blows or nothing, but, the day I got indicted, when they put me in the room, I still had my phone, and he was one of the people that I called.
Really?
So, in that situation, to know you just been indicted for 3 murders, and for him to be one of the people that I call,
kind of says a lot.
Exactly. So, as it relates to now, I just been moving how I've been moving, and that's still Lil Bro. Do I have issues with some of the things or he do or how he operate? Yeah, but it don't change the fact that that's still my little brother, and I still love him to death. I done been that person, like, the front line person, the person you see with him right now, that's his right hand. I was there protecting and defending against him at one point, because, we all have our issues. Yeah. And I ain't saying Pone don't love Flip, because I know he do, but, I was there when, shit was crazy, and me and Pone, we done had our spats, and turn around, we be in the truck together the next couple of nights, you know what I'm saying, so.
You ever have to save Flip's life?
Have I ever had to save Flip's life?
It sounds like you were the protection here at a certain point.
I wasn't necessarily, I ain't gonna say the protection, that's just my little brother, I ain't no nigga protector, I ain't gonna do nothing for you that I hope you wouldn't do for me. It's done been moments where we moving around, and I think, my presence probably has negated a few situations. We've never been in a situation where we've never been in a shootout or anything like that, but we done had standoffs. We done had situations where, fans or just T.I. fans or whatever, might get disrespectful, and, and I do me. And so with that being, I wouldn't call that saving his life. I would just call that just standing on business.
Definitely. Okay, so I mean, you said that you like got into the streets and all of a sudden you were selling weed, but like how deep into that kind of operation did you get in terms of like how much money were you really seeing at a certain point? Did you find that you really had like a business mind for how to hold this sort of operation together?
I mean, when I say, I guess from the Vlad interview, when I say petty marijuana.
It was funny when you're saying that, because I'm like, nobody in the street says petty marijuana. I sell petty marijuana.
Yeah. Well, I say that because I done seen lots of it. You know what I'm saying? Like 100 pounds, 50 pounds to me is petty marijuana.
oh, that's definitely not petty marijuana.
I mean, you know, it is. You know, I know some Chinese, they lose tons of pounds of marijuana and don't lose a minute of sleep about it. So 20, 30, 40 pounds is petty marijuana where I'm from.
I know dudes who are millionaires that will still sell you an eighth or a quarter.
Yeah, I know.
That's petty marijuana.
Yeah, I know. I know a few of them too. And that's the reason why they're millionaires, because they'll still sell you an eighth of marijuana.
And when I see that, I'm like, oh, you're losing your hustle, because there ain't no way I'm bagging up a quarter right now. But I respect it that you're.
Man, I got a partner, and I ain't gonna call his name, for sure a millionaire. I love him like cook food. Right to this day, he'll buy 5 or 10 pounds of some real good smoke just so he could smoke for free. So he won't have to pay for it. But he already rich. So, you know, it teaches on.
But it is true that a lot of people spend like really, truly outrageous amounts on weed. So I get it.
Yeah.
A lot of people smoking a pound a week with the homies, especially, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you got some homies, I could see that. But, you know, like me, I think in my peak of smoking, at one point I could say I could run through maybe an ounce a day. Yeah, an ounce a day. Just, I ain't gonna get on here and say no goofy ass ounce or whatever.
People always try to go viral. I smoke 50 blunts a day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, for sure.
If you haven't checked out Everything 420 yet, you are definitely missing out. From glass gear to infused sweets, they've got one of the best lineups online. They ship fast, it's always discreet, and their app makes shopping too easy. The deals are always running, and you can use code NOJUMPER for a little bonus at checkout. Shout out Everything 420.